Okay. So once again, a very good morning to all of you. Right. So this was our yesterday's session. Yesterday we have discussed few examples, right? And after that there was some connection error or network error for Mahima and Roshan, I think. So I think they have missed these two examples, question 2, question 3. And then I have shown you eigenvalues and eigenvectors, right? And its properties. And today we are going to use that only. Okay. With the help of those properties, we are going to see different examples, different numericals. So before that, have you tried this question 2? Hitesh, question 2 का आंसर आया? If not, try today, and we will compare it tomorrow. So let us start eigenvalues.
Not equal to 15 by 4.
Lambda is not equal to 15 by 4. Wait. Let me open this. Right. Perfect. So lambda is not equal to 15 by 4. This is your answer. Good. Okay. So now let us start problems based on eigenvalues and eigenvector. So first tell me, you have gone through this eigenvalue and eigenvector? Or first, shall I revise it first and then we can proceed? Okay. So let me revise you this section first. See over here. So eigenvalues means for any vector A, we can find its characteristic equation by taking determinant of A minus lambda equal to 0. Right. This is your cubic. If A is 3 by 3, then it will give you a cubic polynomial, isn't it? Because this determinant is one value. And in terms of lambda, it is going to give you one polynomial. If it is 3 by 3, you will get cubic polynomial. If it is 2 by 2, you will get quadratic polynomial. If it is n by n, you will be having polynomial having degree n. Now, roots of this characteristic equation, roots means lambda, values of lambdas are called your latent roots or characteristic roots, or properly known as eigenvalues. Right. So properly they are, or famously they are known as eigenvalues. But in question, they may ask you find latent roots or characteristic roots. And for eigenvectors, and this is definition of eigenvalue only, right? Now for eigenvectors, we have to solve A minus lambda I into x equal to O. See, for eigenvalue, this was determinant. A minus lambda I was determinant. For eigenvector, this is A minus lambda I is matrix. So A minus lambda into x is equal to O, we have to solve for all values of lambda. We have to solve this for all values of lambda and find all non-zero solutions of x. Right. For each value of lambda, we can get so many values of x, and amongst them x, we have to take non-zero solutions. These non-zero solutions of x are called eigenvectors. These non-zero solutions of x are called eigenvectors. Now, sum of eigenvalues will give you trace of matrix. Sorry. Sum of eigenvalues will give you trace of matrix. From here, we are seeing all properties of eigenvalues. So sum of eigenvalues will give you trace of matrix. What is trace of matrix? It is nothing but sum of diagonal elements. Okay. In the same way, product of eigenvalues, it will give you determinant of that matrix. Okay. And we all know that for upper triangular matrix, lower triangular matrix, and diagonal matrix, how we can find this determinant? Product of leading diagonal elements. But here, let me tell you one thing, these leading diagonal elements are nothing but eigenvalues only. So for upper triangular, lower triangular, or diagonal matrix, their eigenvalues are leading diagonal elements. They're leading diagonal elements. So here, my first eigenvalue will be -2, second will be 4, third will be 3. So with the help of this property, I can write its eigenvalue directly. No need to proceed to that equation. Okay. And its determinant I already know, it is -2 into 4 into 3 -24. Either I can use directly, or either I can use property of lambda 1 into lambda 2 into lambda 3. Now, if eigenvalues of A are given to you, or if you know, or if you can find eigenvalues of A, then with the help of this eigenvalues of A, you can easily find eigenvalues of A to the power n. That means if you have to find eigenvalues of a cube, just apply that process to all eigenvalues, right? Just cube all the eigenvalues. Similarly for a to the power n, isn't it? Now, if you have to find eigenvalues of phi a, it will become 5 times minus 2, 5 times 4, 5 times 3. Okay, just multiply that constant with all eigenvalues. Now, if you want to find eigenvalues of a inverse, just inverse is, right? That means reciprocal of 1 upon minus 2, that will be 1 upon minus 2. Reciprocal of 4, it will be 1 upon 4. Okay, and reciprocal of 3, it will be 1 upon 3. Is it clear? Okay. Then A transpose. Now, the eigenvalues of A and A transpose both are same only. See over here. Now, so for A and A transpose, we learn so many properties. For A and A transpose, let us check what things are same. Give me 1 minute. Now see. So already we have seen for A and A transpose, rank of A equal to rank of A transpose, determinant of A equal to determinant A transpose, and its eigenvalues are same. So for A and A transpose, their determinants are same, their ranks are same, and their eigenvalues are same. Is it clear? Okay. Now see. For A plus 4i, what we will do? We'll just add 4, right? 4 into 1. I means for numbers, it is 1. So I will add 4 into 1 in each eigenvalues. So that will be my answer. For adjoint A, this is important. For adjoint A, your eigenvalues are determinant A by lambda 1, determinant A by lambda 2, determinant A by lambda 3. And we all know that determinant A is lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. So if I multiply over here lambda 1 into lambda 2 into lambda 3 and divide with lambda 1, I will get lambda 2 into lambda 3. This is lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. If I divide lambda 2, I will get lambda 1 into lambda 3. Lambda 1, lambda 2, lambda 3. If I divide lambda 3, I will get lambda 1 into lambda 3. Is it clear? Right. Chalo. So let us start our today's class. Now see. I'm giving you one note first. If A has n different eigenvalues, sorry, then a set of, let me give you two notes separately only. This is your first note. Then a set of n independent eigenvectors of A exists. Okay. So if A n by n has n different eigenvalues, right? If n eigenvalues are different, all eigenvalues are different, then definitely you will have independent eigenvectors of A. Now you'll ask, sir, what happens if it have, or if it has two or more eigenvalues repeated or few eigenvalues repeated? So for definitely for those cases, we will get dependent eigenvector, right? See over here. All things will be cleared after seeing examples, right? So, but by knowing these properties, you can answer few MCQs directly, right? So if some eigenvalues of A are repeated, if some eigenvalues of A are repeated, then it may or may not be possible to get an independent vectors or eigenvectors of A, right? Or we can clearly write it as an by n. Okay, so let us start questions based on this. Give me 1 minute. So first question. The eigenvalues of A10, 1A1, 01A are where A is any number. Okay, this is given to you in the question. So how we can find its eigenvalues? What is the requirement or what is the condition for eigenvalues or what is its definition? We have seen now only determinant A minus lambda I equal to 0. Right. So for see over here, if I find A minus lambda I first, right? So and then I have to take its determinant. So this is A, right? A 1 0, 1 A 1 and 0 1 A. Now I have to subtract minus lambda I. You all know that I is having, right, for I 3 by 3 it is 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. If you are going to multiply with it with lambda, so here we will get lambda lambda lambda, isn't it? So this will be your lambda here also, lambda here also, and lambda here also. And if I'm subtracting this minus lambda I from A, so we are having lambda in only diagonal elements. So we'll get minus lambda in this part only. Is it clear? Okay, determinant A minus lambda I. Now, so to find eigenvalues, I have to take this equation. This equation is called characteristic equation. So characteristic equation is determinant A minus lambda equal to 0. Now, from here, I can solve it directly, or first I can use any operation, then I can solve. Okay. So see over here, already we are having two elements. So no issue, we can solve it directly, isn't it? Because if I want to use any operation over here, so it will make it more complicated. Okay. So let us solve directly. So you can solve it from any row or column. So therefore A minus lambda, if I'm solving it from first row, so with A minus lambda, I'll be having here A minus lambda whole square minus 1. Then it is minus 1. I will hide its row and column. So it will be 1 into A minus lambda minus 0 equal to 0. Okay. So after simplification, I will get A minus lambda. It will be multiplied with both of the terms. So A minus lambda whole cube minus of A minus lambda. This will become minus of A minus lambda, and minus 0, no issue, is equal to 0. So therefore A minus lambda whole cube minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 times A minus lambda is equal to 0. If I take A minus lambda as common, it will become A minus lambda whole square minus 2 equal to 0. Okay. So therefore A minus lambda, so here A minus lambda whole square. So it is A square minus 2 lambda plus lambda square minus 2 equal to 0. Is it clear? So therefore A minus lambda, now here, yes, it is like this only, right? We cannot simplify further, or we can keep like this only, right? Because this will make it's complicated. So what is our aim? We have to find lambda, right? This is our aim. So how we can find a lambda from here? I can take A minus lambda equal to 0, or A minus lambda whole square minus 2 equal to 0. So from here, lambda is equal to A. Or from here, if I have to find lambda, so A minus lambda whole square is equal to 2. So therefore, A minus lambda is plus or minus root 2. This is clear now? Right? If square will go to that side, if x square is equal to 4, So x will become plus or minus root 4. When square will go to that side, it will become plus or minus root 4. Okay, it means it will become plus or minus. It should be clear. Okay, so when square will go to that side, it will become plus or minus square root. So here my lambda will go to that side. So lambda will become plus. This plus or minus will come to this side. It will become minus or plus. So a minus or plus root 2. So here I will be getting two values of lambda. First is lambda equal to a minus root 2 or lambda is equal to a plus root 2. So here we are getting three different values of lambda. And this is our final answer. Lambda is equal to a, lambda is equal to a minus root 2, lambda is equal to a plus root 2. Is it clear? Any doubts in this first question? Shall we move to next question? Please give me some response. Okay, yes. So let us move to next question. Now see. So let us see question number 2. Question number 2 was asked in GATE 2 times. The eigenvalues of 14BA. See, 14BA. This is 2 by 2 matrix. Its eigenvalues are -1 and 7. Then A is equal to question mark, B is equal to question mark. Okay. चलो इसके eigenvalues हमें दी गई है. How we are going to find this? Tell me. अगर if I use this method, determinant a minus lambda equal to 0, then this equation will contain three unknowns, lambda, b and a, right? And first if I put lambda equal to -1 in that, then I'll get one equation in a, b. Then I can put lambda equal to 7 in that, then I can get another equation in a and b. And by solving those equations, I can get values of a and b. So that is conventional method. Okay, and that will be lengthy enough to ruin your time. So if I'm using this method, understand this carefully. So determinant a minus lambda I equal to 0. Since it is 2 by 2, I'll get one quadratic equation in terms of lambda with two unknowns, and two unknowns will be a and b, right? So when I'll put lambda is equal to -1 over here, you can try this method from home. So when in this quadratic equation I'll put lambda equal to -1, I'll get one equation number 1 in terms of a and b. When I'll put lambda is equal to 7, I'll get another equation in terms of a and b. And by solving these two equations, I can find values of a and b. Okay, definitely I'm going to get two linear equations. Right. So what is another and easy method? See, can't we use properties of eigenvalues? Okay, what are properties of eigenvalues? First property, that sum of eigenvalues will give me trace of matrix. So lambda 1 plus lambda 2, and what is trace? Trace is sum of diagonal elements. So this is 1 plus a. Okay, so lambda 1 is -1, lambda 2 is 7 is equal to 1 plus a. 7 minus 1 is 6, 6 minus 1 is 5. So a is going to become 5. Is it clear now? Please give me some response. A is equal to 5. Okay, chalo. And what is second property? Second property is lambda 1 into lambda 2 will give you determinant of a, isn't it? Chalo, here lambda 1 into lambda 2, it will become -1 into 7. Can't I find determinant directly? For 2 by 2, a minus 4b. A into 1, a into 1a minus 4 into b. And I know value of a now, 5. So it is -7 is equal to 5 minus 4b. So therefore, 4b will be equal to 5 plus 7. 7 plus 5 is 12. So if 4b is 12, b is equal to 3. Isn't it? Please give me some response. क्या easy method हो गई ना? Okay. So this is how we can find directly. So this is the use of properties. Okay. So let us see next question. Question number 3. You all are getting right? Now, question number 3 was asked in 2 marks. If A is any 2 by 2 matrix, and for that 2 by 2 matrix, they have given us 4 values like this: A11 equal to A12 equal to A21 equal to 1, A22 equal to -1. Then the eigenvalues of A to the power 19. They are asking what will be eigenvalues of A to the power 19. Okay, so see here, let us see this carefully. So now we have to find eigenvalues of A to the power 19. How we can find that eigenvalues of A to the power 19? So first understand this carefully. If now suppose this is my matrix A. Okay, first let us write this matrix A. So A contains, if it is 2 by 2, A11, A12, A21, A22. Here we are given that these 3 elements are 1 and A22 is -1. Okay, so this is your A. Now we have to find eigenvalues of A to the power 19. We all know that if I know eigenvalues of A, then I can find eigenvalues of A19 by its properties, lambda 1 to the power 19 and lambda 2 to the power 19. So first let us find eigenvalues of A. So to find eigenvalues of A, let us take characteristic equation, that is determinant A minus lambda equal to 0. So therefore determinant, now you can do this directly, right? That was first question, so I have explained you in detail. So now just to find A minus lambda, subtract lambda from its determinant. So it is 1 minus lambda, 1, 1 minus 1 minus lambda is equal to 0. So from here, 1 minus lambda into -1 minus lambda minus 1 is equal to 0. So if I simplify from here, if I take minus common from this term, right, so it will become lambda plus 1 implies minus, this is 1 minus lambda and this is 1 plus lambda, isn't it? Because I have taken minus common, -1 equal to 0. So implies minus 1 square minus lambda square minus 1 equal to 0. So implies 1 square is 1 only, -1 minus minus plus lambda square, and it is also -1 equal to 0. So implies lambda square equal to, this -2 will go to that side, it will become +2. So lambda will become plus √2 or -√2. So these are your values for lambda for A, that is lambda 1 and lambda 2. So here lambda 1 is equal to √2 and lambda 2 is equal to -√2. What we have to find is, okay, who is new student? अंजलि कुमारी नाम से लॉगिन है, वो कौन है? इधर
सर वो मेरी बहन का आईडी है सर, वो हम ट्राई कर रहे थे दूसरे अकाउंट से.
ओके ओके ओके, नो इशू, ओके, नो इशू, नो इशू. So this is your A, right? Eigenvalues of A, right? Now A to the power 19. So eigenvalues of A to the power 19. So from property, this will be lambda 1 to the power 19 and lambda 2 to the power 19, isn't it? So lambda 1 to the power 19, it is 2 to the power half to the power 19. So root to the power 19, first let us write like this only, then minus √2 to the power 19. Okay, minus √2 to the power 19. Now see over here, so this 19 can be applicable to both of them. Okay, now from here your answers depends on your options, right? What answers given to you in options MCQ. So this will be your 2 to the power 19 by 2, right? And here 19 will be applicable to both minus as well and this as well, right? Because this is -1 into √2. You all know that if I'm having -1 to the power n, and if that n is odd, then this term will give me -1. -1 to the odd power is -1 and -1 to the even power +1. So -1 to the odd power will give me -1, -1 to the even power will give me plus 1. So here this lambda 2 to the power 19 will give me minus to the odd power, it is minus only 2 to the power 19 by 2. Okay, so this is now from here answer depends on your option. If in option it is given to you 2 to the power 19 by 2 minus 2 to the power 19 by 2, then your answer is over. But if they are given you in different form, so let me show you it's another form as well. So 19 by 2, can I convert 19 by 2 as 9 2s are 18 plus 1, right? That is this improper fraction into mixed fraction. 9 integer half. This is 9 plus half, isn't it? So 19 by 2 can be written as 9 plus half. So it can be written as here 2 to the power 9 plus half. And in exponent, you know that I can write this as 2 to the power n into 2 to the power half. 2 to the power 9 into 2 to the power half. Right? Because a to the power m into a to the power n, it will become a to the power m plus n. 2 to the power 9 is 512, right? Because you know this 2 to the power 10 is 1024. Okay, so 2 to the power 9 is 512 and 2 to the power half, so 512 root 2. So this can be your lambda 1 or first eigenvalue. In the same way, here we'll get same value but in terms of minus, right? And now we are going to do smart work because already one we have found. So another will be minus 512 into root 2. Is it clear? Okay, so based on these properties we can find all these things. Okay, shall we move to next question? Please give me some response. Shall we move to next question? Okay, so question number 4. Now see, it is also a good question. So A 3 by 3 has eigenvalues. A 3 by 3 has eigenvalues minus 1, 0, 1. Then determinant a to the power 2013 minus 3i will be equal to what? This I have to find out. A 3 by 3 has eigenvalues minus 1, 0, 1. Then a to the power 2013 minus 3i will be equal to what? Okay. So let us see this. So same process we are going to apply over here, right? So if these eigenvalues are minus 1, 0 and 1, so for a to the power 2013, my eigenvalues will be minus 1 to the power 2013, 0 to the power 2013 and 1 to the power 2013, right? And minus 3i, that means I have to subtract minus 3 from each one of them. So here also minus 3, minus 3, minus 3. So minus 1 to the power odd, minus 1. 0 to the power anything 0, 1 to the power anything 1, minus 1 minus 3 is minus 4, minus 3 and minus 2. Okay, easy. So just from properties we can solve each one of them, isn't it? Fifth, minus 1 plus root 3 is an eigenvalue of, see over here, minus 1 plus root 3 is an eigenvalue of, there is one determinant matrix 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, 2, minus 1, 0. 0, 1, 2, 1, 0, minus 1, 2, minus 1, 0. So minus 1 plus root 3 is an eigenvalue of this. Okay. Then the other two eigenvalues are, definitely any 3 by 3 matrix can have 3 eigenvalues, right? One eigenvalue is given to you. How can we find other two eigenvalues? Tell me, students. So this I can find if I use directly this method, determinant a minus lambda I, definitely it is going to be tough and I'm going to find that for sure. from here I can get one cubic equation in lambda, and from here this cubic equation if I solve, I can put this one value of lambda, I can put or for this one value of lambda equal to -1 plus root 3, I can convert this cubic equation into quadratic equation. So there is one method to convert this cubic equation into quadratic equation with one root that I will show you in next chapter. Okay, so how I can convert this cubic equation with help of its one root in quadratic equation, right? That I will show you next chapter, that is differential equations, in which we are going to see ordinary differential equations and higher order differential equations. So this cubic equation can be converted to quadratic equations, right? Now, but for that, if -1 plus root 3 is an eigenvalue of this, then how we can find other values? Then we have to solve this quadratic equation and it will give you roots or other two roots. And definitely this method is going to become more lengthy. Okay, so this is your conventional method, right? All these methods are your conventional methods. Are you getting my point? That without GATE, if this is your college exam, then you can solve with this method. Definitely will get your marks. But in GATE, this method will be time consuming. Same method I have shown you here also, isn't it? For 2 by 2. 2 by 2, no? Where was that method? Wait, where we found trace and this. Okay. So yes, this. So this all methods will give you marks in college, but this all methods will kill your time in GATE. Okay. So for that, now see over here. Again, we are going to use properties. So you can see here your diagonal elements are 0. So what will be your trace? Lambda 1 plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3. Trace of matrix C. Trace of, suppose this matrix is A, then its trace is denoted by like this. Trace of A is equal to 0 plus 0 plus 0, sum of diagonal elements. Now 1 lambda is -1 plus root 3. Understand this carefully. Plus lambda 2 plus lambda 3 equal to 0. Now -1 plus root 3 is rational number or irrational number? -1 plus root 3 is irrational number, isn't it? So if -1 plus root 3 is irrational number, you know that always irrational roots are in conjugate form, right? That means if your one root is -1 plus root 3, then its conjugate will be -1 minus root 3. Is it clear or not? So irrational roots are in conjugate form. So if -1 plus root 3 is your one root of this quadratic equation, definitely one another root will be -1 minus root 3, because irrational roots will be always in conjugate form. Are you getting my point? Please give me some response. Right. So your another root will be this. If -1 plus root 3 is its root, then definitely one another root will be -1 minus root 3. Okay, why these irrational roots are in conjugate form? That you can learn by this quadratic equation, right? Whenever you are going to solve this quadratic equation, you will get roots in this form. Delta, you will find delta, that is discriminant, and then alpha comma beta is equal to -b plus or minus under root delta by 2a, right? So from here you can see that if one root contains plus root delta, another root will contain minus root delta. So definitely you are going to have this in conjugate form. So if you put -1 plus root 3 and -1 minus root 3 over here, plus root 3 minus root 3 will get cancelled out, -1 and -1 minus 2. So if lambda 1 plus lambda 2 is giving us -2, then lambda 3 should be 2. Okay. So other two eigenvalues are 2 and